Row 18, plot 20.
Hey everybody, welcome to Now It's Dark. I'm Jim. Just watched a thriller, horror, mystery action film called You're Killing Me. This just came out. It has 4.9 star rating on IMDb, so it's a little mid. This movie was directed by Beth Hanna and Jaron Lauder, written by Walker Hare and Brad Martosello. It stars Anne Heche, Dermot Mulroney, and mckaley Miller. Those are the three top billed stars. The story is we are following Eden, who goes to a coveted heaven and hell party, hoping to get a letter of recommendation to an elite university from the wealthy parents of her classmate, but the party quickly turns into a fight for her life. So when I started watching this, immediately I got kind of I don't know how I'm going to feel about this movie. The premise isn't necessarily, like brand new. I was kind of in it because Anne Heche and Dermot Mulroney. And then, as I'm watching it, I'm like, maybe these guys are just going to have like these little brief cameos, and I'm going to have sat through this movie just to see these two. Dermot Mulroney is coming off of being in the last Scream movie, and Anne Heche, this is her last credited movie. So I was just kind of morbidly interested to see what it was all about. Uh, I was not particularly taken by the lead actress Eden, mckaley Miller, but I want to say right up front, I did take to her character as the movie progressed. So it wasn't very. It was a short-lived kind of like feeling about her. I did end up liking her very much. Um, the main other person that I didn't mention was a character named Schroeder, Bryce Anthony Heller. I really liked this character. Um, so yeah, it's about these kids that are seniors, and Schroeder is having a party at his palatial estate. His father is Dermot Mulroney, who is a congressman, and so mckaley Miller's character Eden is on this wait list for this prestigious university, and she was hoping Schroeder could get her father to write a letter of recommendation to help push her forward on the list so that she could go to this university with her best friend Zara, who was played by Keyara Milliner, and I'm apologizing in advance for any names that I've screwed up. Um, so this movie really actually was way better than I expected. The music was different, but really good. It was fitting. It was a good kind of music for me. It really worked for me. Um, I thought they did overuse the phrase "let's fucking go," like. But maybe that's a thing with kids these days. I don't know. I might be just a little bit out of touch. Um, so, like, for the first 20 minutes or so, that's when I was kind of in that, I could go either way in it. And then by the 23-minute mark, and it was so profound to me that I wrote it down, like, that's when it really kicks up. And then it's like, okay, there's a story here. There's going to be some familiar tones to this, but let's see where it takes us. Um, Schroeder's friend, his nickname is Gooch. I assume it's Gooch, but Gooch, he screws up. Gooch is the screw up, and that's what catapults Schroeder's descent into like this craziness, and we are pitted with this um, evil kid group and the Eden and her friend Zara group, but the dynamics within these two groups change as well as the movie progresses. And I thought this was really well done when each of them separately are faced with, Eden and Zara are trying to escape the house where the party was at. Once there's something that happens that creates, like, there's like now Schroeder needing to take care of some business. So, everybody at the party is told to leave, so it's just these two groups. It's kind of like a cat and mouse home invasion, but it's cool. And then unexpectedly, Schroeder's parents show up, and it kind of changes the dynamic again, because we have the congressman and his wife there. And Anne Heche, I don't know, if what about it, but I loved her so much in this movie. I would say that this movie for me is going to end up being like one of my top two films of hers. Psycho remake, of course, being one of her best as well. But yeah, I was really surprised by the depth that they went with some of the dynamic of the individual characters and how far uh, they would go to get what they wanted or to avoid conflict, or when morality sets in, like, what are we doing? This isn't right. Or I'm going to push the boundaries because I'm a spoiled kid. I'm going to go as far as I can. And then, then you have parent dynamic in this mix as well. Eden's father also shows up. I'm trying not to spoil too much. I don't think I have, though. But there's good twists. There's the whole final girl becoming a badass aspect to it too. So there is that tropiness to it. I really at one point thought that they were going to go a different direction, and go off of the trope and kind of do an ending that would be contrary to the regular final girl endings, and I would have been fine with that. I actually would have probably applauded that they were brave enough to do that. I know that that's not necessarily marketable, or whatever, but this movie is called You're Killing Me, which they do say a couple of times in the movie at different points. Everybody knows that phrase, "You're killing me, Smalls." So it's kind of said in that tone, but then it's said differently toward the end of the movie a few times. So let me know in the comments down below if you are going to check this out. And I really apologize. I really need to start writing down where I'm watching some of these films. Because when I watch them on Tubi, I remember. But I'm pretty sure I watched this on either Amazon Prime, Vudu, or Hulu. I'm not sure. I don't think I remember watching commercials with it, so it was on one of my paid streaming services. But definitely worth checking out. I highly recommend it. It's a little better than the 4.9 star, but that's about an average score. But it's very new, so this could have even been on Shudder. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Where did I watch this? Who am I today?